Yo, what is up, gamers? My name is Russ. Welcome to my new series where we're going to be going from 0 to Keystone Master on a brand new character for me. It's my warrior. Been wanting to do this for a while now, so I just thought I'd give a little bit of an intro and then we'll just jump straight into it. I did think about putting this into like an episode 0 kind of thing. Kind of like a prequel, I guess, but in the end I decided I'll just lump it into the first, the opening segment of the first video. So I'll just take you through kind of like what we've done, the setup, and what we're working with here. So this is a warrior that if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you'll recognize from quite a while ago now. At the end of last season, I did a kind of like a video where I opened up, I think it was like 50 of those Valor loot boxes from last season. So he's just sitting in 210 gear all over, which is just a result of that video, really. I know 210 is pretty low right now. You could even get better gear. I believe it's 226 off the anima vendor in Haven, which is in Zereth Mortis. So I could actually go and grab all that green gear now for anima off my main and stuff like that. But I figured I want to give this, as close to a chance as possible as kind of being a new player perspective in a sense. So I've tried to take off all the handicaps that I possibly can. Obviously, I'm not really one for wasting time, so ones where I feel like are just a time waste, like grinding gold and things like that, I won't be just doing grinding gold. But I have set myself a little budget. I've set myself 25k from my main, and I've also disconnected my warrior from all of my Raider IO and Battle.net and everything like that. So as far as an outsider looking in kind of perspective, this warrior is completely invisible or fresh or whatever, so I've tried to look like a noob, I guess. So alongside this series, I'll also be kind of releasing another side series, which is pretty much anything I can really think to make a video about, which I think is noteworthy, like the things I've done so far, like setting up my UI a little bit with these weak auras. I've actually gone for a weak aura setup in the center here, as opposed to my normal. If you watch my other videos on my Demon Hunter and my other characters and stuff like that, you'll notice that I have usually my action bars in the middle. This time around I've gone for a little weak aura setup, which is quite unusual for me, so I thought I'd give that a go. As well as I want to make some videos about kind of like something I'll be doing a lot during this series, I assume, which will be pushing up my own key. So I want to make a video on the side about like how to do that, how to select applicants, things like that. You know what? I'm just gonna go and pick up the emissaries while we kind of talk about this, and I'm probably just gonna go grab a key and list it up and do the emissaries while we kind of like just wait for people to apply. So I'm gonna run to Oribos real quick, pick up a key, and then go do my emissaries. Actually, I'll pick up the emissaries first. I also need to choose a mount for this character. I always run my auction house mount on one key binding, but I need a hybrid mount, a floor mount and a flying mount all in one, so I just have one key binding for both. One that I haven't really used before, and again, we could try and keep it newbie, so I don't want to use any like achievement mount or anything like that. In fact, there's a way to turn off your achievements, I believe, right, on a character, so I'm going to look into how to do that real quick. Alright, I found it. Display only character achievements to others, so I believe now people, if they inspect me, they won't be able to see if I've got Keystone Master on my main and things. So we've turned that one off. We're invisible on Raider IO. Back to choosing a mount. I'm gonna go with what's something pretty simple, which can just work as both. I like a small hitbox, and I like one that sits on the ground, so when we're trying to do skips and things, I can run around things like knowing my hitbox. So let's have a look. Okay, that's pretty creepy. I mean, it's not really like a newbie one, but it flies and it walks. I'll run with this on this character. I've never used this one before, so. Alright, so let's pick up the emissaries, because I need to grab some renown. So yeah, back to what I was kind of saying. I'm at renown 52. This is the renown I just got from leveling up. I've obviously unlocked my soul binds. I do have a main, of course. Like, I'm not going to do the campaign. As I said, I'm not really one for wasting time. So I have my soul binds unlocked. I'm going to do all the campaign again, same as I'm not going to do the quest line for Unity. However, I won't just craft the 291 Unity off the bat and things like that. I'm just going to keep the legendaries kind of basic to begin with, trying not to use gold as much as I can, trying to keep it pretty fair. But this is more to show that kind of anyone, if they have the willpower, can pug their way up to Keystone Master. So we're at 52 renown. As you can see, I have 0 Cosmic Flux, 0 Valor, so I haven't touched this character, I haven't done a dungeon on it at all. So you guys are joining me like right from the bare bones. and we're just going to document everything we do together, and I'm going to kind of talk through my thought process as we go, give you a sort of running commentary as we go through the dungeons as well. Everything like that I kind of think would be beneficial to kind of talk with you guys about. So I'm going to try and point out things during the dungeons that I think would be helpful for anyone really, a new player, an experienced player, maybe people miss something, you know, as well as things that I would do differently or things that I think went well, even comment on other people's performances. I'm just going to fly to Oribos so that we can pick up a +2 key from the guy at the Great Vault. So as I said, I've been wanting to make this series for quite a while now. Just haven't really got round to it. I've been enjoying the season on my other characters. This is a melee character. I just kind of wanted to play warrior. It was between warrior and monk, and I will be maining fury, I think. But I do want to give protection a try as well. So I will probably be doing a few dungeons as protection here and there, especially when, you know, it's hard to get a group together. Maybe in these lower keys as well, it'll be especially important to be willing to play protection, because I do want to kind of endorse that I think people should be, you know, versatile in being able to play their off specs and things like that. Because sometimes, you know, you got to value your time. And rather than kind of sitting there for half an hour waiting for a tank to sign up, if you know how to play protection, you know, you could read a guide in that half an hour, and you could probably do a half decent job, especially in a low key of doing, you know, tanking. And I know that roots and things, I think like one of the walls, which are quite hard for beginners when they're trying to learn how to tank. That's like the more daunting thing people struggle with. Learning the routes and knowing what to pull and what not to pull. So I'll try and kind of like comment on the routes as we go through the dungeon, as if I'm talking to someone who's pretty much never played Mythic Plus. So if you're, you know, someone who's just come across this video or this channel or whatever, and you've never really played M+, maybe this is the kind of push you need to get you to give it a go, right? So I will make a kind of side video on how to set up a UI, a side video on the steps I take and the process I take to learn a new character or a new role or anything like that, a new spec even, as well as I mentioned, you know, how to pug your own key. And at the end of this, maybe I'll even take this character into some raids once I get the Keystone Master, and maybe do like a passing guide, how to, you know, get logs on every single boss and things like that. Because this is a new perspective for me. I haven't played warrior in quite a while now, so it's not like it's a class that I particularly know how to play. I've just done a quick read on Icy Veins, and I've just yoinked a couple weak auras, changed them around a little bit so they're to my liking. And yeah, as I said, we've got the renown, we've got the conduits. They're only at 200 eye level, these conduits, and the renown is just from leveling. So I'm gonna go craft the legendary. Actually, I'm gonna go craft the unity, because I think that the other legendary that I need is the signet of Tormented Kings, which comes from the Stone Legion General. So at some point I will need to pug, I'll need to pug the LFR Stone Legion Generals just to get that one real quick, which is going to be kind of annoying. I could, I guess, go on my main and try and target it from Cosmic Flux or something. Maybe I'll do that just to save time, but maybe a Stone Legion kill won't actually take that long. So first things first, I'm going to head over to the Great Vault, and I'm going to skip doing Heroic Dungeon, Mythic Zeros and stuff, because I do want the Valor. I could do Mythic Zeros, and honestly, maybe Mythic Zeros gets more signups than a +2. But as I said, I kind of want to push my own key. So I'm going to come talk to this guy over here next to the Great Vault. This guy here called Tarzup. And I'm just going to ask him for a keystone. He's just going to give me a +2 Gambit, being our first key. So that's quite interesting. I do like Gambit, and that's one of the ones which might actually get a couple signups. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to list that one in a second, and then I'm going to go look to do my emissaries while we're waiting for signups really. But first, I'm going to go craft a unity. What slot shall I put it on? I think we put it on like a ring or something, just because it's the least chance that I'm gonna replace the ring super quick. Or I could chuck it on the belt. I'll just chuck it on the belt at like 210. Actually, I'll just chuck it on whatever's cheapest actually. So plate, rune carving. Let's see. I'm just gonna make it like 210 or something like that. Yeah. So a 210 wrists is actually 39 gold, and I'm all about saving gold. So I'm going to replace this eventually anyway. So I'm just going to buy this one out, and I am going to get some missives. I believe it's haste and crit that I want. Haste and mastery, actually. Haste and mastery, I think, is my stats. So I'm going to go for Keystone Mastery on the bracers. And I've just realized that I actually don't have the mats. Oh yeah, I do have some Soul Ash. That's good. Okay, I do have some Soul Ash. That's fine. I might not have the rune cover unlocked, so I'm quickly going to go talk to Bolvar a bunch of times and see if I've managed to actually do that. Sometimes I have to fast forward the storyline on all my characters. Let's just see if he's got anything to say. Seems like I've done it already. And this one, done it already. So hopefully the rune cover's unlocked. So while I'm doing this, I'm just going to list up my key now because I'm expecting it takes a while to get a +2 together. Hopefully I'm pleasantly surprised, but let's put it on a +2 mythic plus and put it on a +2. Yeah, and we can actually play with Alliance now because it's patch 9.2.5. So we'll just list it up and we'll come back to it in a couple of minutes, see if we got any good applicants. For a +2, I'm not really looking for anything specific. In fact, during this series, I think I'm going to go more down the route of I'll kind of just take what I can get. I'm not going to go for flavor of the month classes overly. You know, if someone good signs up who's kind of too good to pass up, then sure, I will. Oh, I can't use that mailbox. If someone's kind of in the group finder and too good to pass up, I have friends signing up, which I am appearing offline. I'm appearing offline, which is interesting. I'm just gonna go out of my way to not take anyone that I know. I'm appearing offline and appearing, well, as offline as I could find on Battle.net. So maybe this is just a coincidence that this guy has signed up. But I'm going to go out of my way to not associate with like anyone that I know. Just so that this can be kind of as blind and as new player experience as possible. So if Reen happens to be watching this, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just going to take... See, I don't want to take... It's weird because I've got loads of 270s and stuff signing up. And I almost feel like I should take them because, you know, it's just going to make my key a +3 into a +5 and it'll get me going really, really quick. The thing is, I kind of want to, you know, not get boosted too hard. So I might even take this 235 tank, to be honest. You know what? Let's make it an experience, right? Oh, I should have taken these guys. Like, one thing that I thought about doing is maybe stacking my key with my own armor type so I can gear up a bit quicker. So I might do that a little bit down the line. But for now, I think... see, like, there's a 4-set 275 warrior. Realistically, I should just take that guy. But I think for the first key, I'm going to prioritize some lower eye level guys. Just because it's a bit more realistic, right? So let's grab... we've got a Chamois, we got Bloodlust, we got myself, and then we've got quite a low tank, which is fine. And honestly, you could probably just take this rogue. So let's just go like that. And now I just need a healer. I maybe could have taken these guys, but I'll just wait for another healer. There we go, a druid. Even though this guy has some score, but yeah, that was actually way quicker than I was expecting, and I haven't even managed to make my legendary yet. So I'm gonna quickly cool down my mailbox, pull this out, and hopefully I have enough soul ash. I have a really sneaky suspicion that I don't have enough soul ash because I think it's 2,000 maybe to make a 210. So we'll see. Yeah, it is. I need 20 soul ash. Okay. Well, for this run then, we're gonna run without a legendary. It's fine. I don't need a legendary anyway. It'll be a nice kind of like story arc to see the performance and things. Hello. You know what? I'm actually gonna whisper that guy on Battle.net and ask him if he could see that it was me. Yo, did you see it was me in Finder, by the way? XD. We hit him with the XD, boys. Well, I'm already getting a summon. All right, so I think we didn't even have time to do the emissaries, which is kind of a shocker, to be honest. But now we have kind of like a baseline DPS to work with. So I'm 210 with oh, there you go. It was a coincidence. I'm 210 with no legendaries. We're going to see kind of like the DPS we can put out here. I don't really know the rotation, but as I said, I've had a little glance at Icy Veins. So I kind of know what I'm doing. I know that I need to on AoE whirlwind between every 2 abilities. For my kind of like big damage combo, I think I'm just pressing Wreck and then Rampage and then Spear and then Bladestorm. But yeah, I'll have to kind of evaluate that as we go. So this guy's in, this guy's in. Ah, cool. All right. Told him I'm sorry, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm sticking to the code, boys. I'm sticking to the code, and we're going with the original plan. So I'm gonna run a ready check here. Hope people walk inside. This guy might be up in Stormheim ready. In fact, how do we put up there? Oh, I need to put it on mythic. Yeah. I need to put. Yeah, I need to put it on mythic, so that we have an actual keystone pedestal to go with here. Okay, set to mythic and let's go. I actually think a good way to get a baseline bunch of gear would be to kind of stack up a group. Like I could run a Tazavesh. It has how many bosses? 8 bosses. I could just make a full plate pre-made on like a Tazavesh 0 or something. This might take a while to get a group, but you'd actually get 8 pieces of loot from kind of like one run, right? So it might be quite worthwhile to do that. But I think I'm just going to run the Mythic Plus route because it gets us Valor. In fact, Mythic 0 might give Valor also, but it gets us Valor and Flux and things like that. So that will all be useful when it comes to the point where I need to upgrade items to tier pieces and things like that. So I'm not going to bother with a pull timer on a +2, and we're just going to run it into a Gambit. So first key on the Rage buff. And by the way, guys, if you... I'm looking to race change Rage buff. Probably to, I don't know, a Tauren or maybe an Alliance. But if you'd like to give suggestions on like race change and name change and things like that, that would be awesome. Okay, let's Rampage, Spear, Rampage, and Blade Storm. I don't know if that was the correct opener, but we're doing a nice little 9k DPS right now. Okay, my UI seems to be bugged out a little bit. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. It doesn't show my currently selected target on the nameplates. There we go. Now it did. Something's bugged with these nameplates here. It's not showing like what I have targeted. Oh, there we go. Now it is. But even when I click this target here, nothing's happening. Like it's targeted, but it shows this one as being targeted. I think I need a reload here. I'm gonna give a quick reload. Maybe my UI's bugged or something. See if that fixes it. Hopefully that doesn't screw up my damage meter too much. It's taking a while. Okay, here we go. Now it seems to work. Okay, we're pumping now. I think it's fixed. So even though these guys, I swear they were like they weren't very high item level, but they seem to be doing a lot of damage, which is interesting because I wanted to not be completely boosted really in this run. It's doing it again. I don't know what this is. All the nameplates are bugged out. It might be something to do with the patch. I've actually ass-pulled here. It's not good. I'm going to run to the tank. Yeah, I don't know. I have no nameplates. It's going to be an interesting one. I have no idea what I'm hitting here. I have to kind of go the old school way. It's worse than having no nameplates at all. I do not enjoy this at all. But all I'm doing is whirlwinding between every 2 casts, which I guess is working. I'm kind of just looking at whichever one has a little red circle around it. That's the one I'm hitting. Oh, this is not good. Okay, we're going straight through. Okay, let's go. Throw down the spear here. And Blade Storm. Gonna spell reflect this? It didn't work. So one thing I think is really cool about Warriors is kind of like how you can use spell reflect. I always thought that was a really awesome ability. So I'm kind of looking forward to learning how that one works. Like what you can spell reflect, what you can't spell reflect. I'm quite looking forward to that part of it. The annoying thing about this is like you can't see it. Like right now I think I'm fighting one target, but there was 2 a second ago. One's just died now, but there were two, and I'm a little bit. It's really confusing. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that after this dungeon. We're gonna have to take like a short technical difficulty break, but we'll play out the dungeon. I don't really have time to fix it during, so 4k overall so far. We're losing to the tank, which isn't good considering I believe that the tank was like 230 eye level, although I am 210, right? So okay, I think we got the combo off here. Okay, that's a nice bloodlust. Oh, we got him right before the intermission phase. 4k boss damage, 4.8. I'll take it, you know, I'll take it. I do have to keep in mind I'm at a very severe disadvantage with low eye level, no legendary, nothing like that. Looks like the percentage is good as well since we took those 4 giant dudes, which is nice. We're actually kind of storming this. I kind of expect this one to be a 3 chest or a +3, so we're gonna hopefully have a nice little +5 key after this, and maybe a working UI as well to top that one off. We'll have to see. Let's put this down and Blade Storm into the spear here. All right, nice. Kind of chopping things up there. 8k. Warrior's quite fun. Warrior's very mindless, quite fun. We're rising now. We're almost overtaking the tank with our overall damage. So I can't really talk about the mechanics of each pack because they're dying so quick. The DPS is so much higher than I was kind of expecting and wanting in this run. But I can tell you right now, on these packs, we want to be interrupting the Tide Sages and the Brackish Bolt in particular. I've even got a stun. I expect into Stormbolt to help out my comrades here. Yeah, and we're just kind of going. That's the only thing really to do. I can use my fear as well, kind of to what's it called? 1 second. Trying to learn my burst combo while I speak is proving quite difficult. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so let's get an interrupt on the Tide Sage. It's really throwing me off not having the nameplate, so this key is a little bit scuffed. But you'll just have to bear with me. We'll fix it after this. You know, those kind of UI problems can happen. But yeah, we're just going to run in, chop things up, make sure we're whirlwinding between every 2 mobs, and I believe let's interrupt the Brackish Bolt here. So as I was saying, you can kind of use the fear here. I'm going to use the fear here to just like kind of do a mini interrupt. That might have actually done more harm than good. It might have been quite annoying for people. But I'm just going to go with it. I was trying to demonstrate something to you guys. But yeah, not too bad. 6k. Like the damage is pretty consistent as a warrior, it seems, which I quite like. Now on this boss, I want to stand on top of the tank here. So I'm just going to kind of sit on top of this dude, throw down my spear here, and I just need to move out of that breath. And then stay on the tank. And I want to watch out for the tail now on the boss. Kind of what we're going for here. But we're so fast that we don't have Bloodlust backup yet, which we usually would in a kind of Mythic Plus scenario here. But the boss is already dead, pretty much. Crazy. So on this boss, yeah, you just want to stand on the tank so that the enemies that run from the water are coming to, because they'll fixate random people, they will be stacking up on you or onto the tank so that he can just hit them nicely with a breath. Now he actually faced the boss to the wall for quite a lot of that, and usually you'd face the boss out towards the water and kind of shoot the breath of the mobs as they spawn. So here looks like we're going for the usual skip, which is just run past this Stasia, and we're just gonna go and pull this back over here. Gonna throw this down, put a spear, and then a blade storm. Nice. Okay, that I feel like that that little burst combo went a little bit better than it has been. So that's good. I'm pretty happy with that. Feels quite nice. Feels quite nice. And having only 1 minute cooldowns feels really amazing. I feel like I have something for every single pack. I'm already enjoying that about Warrior, and it's, you know, I'm like 10 minutes, 9 minutes into gameplay on this character, and I've already found quite a like significant upside, at least for me personally. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah. Make sure we kick the interrupts on these accomplices, but most important on these packs right here is to kick the ritualist. They have a very deadly cast called I think it's called Unstable Rift, and those ones will very much hurt you, very much hurt you. Everything dies before I can kind of get my recklessness off on it. Okay. Yeah, everything is dying way too quick. I'm quite looking forward to having a +5 key where maybe mobs live more than 2 seconds, you know, so I can actually get a rotation going a little bit.
Target change.
And this nameplate bug is really annoying me. It's giving me a very suboptimal experience right here.
What's your...
Okay.
Target change.
Get this one down real quick. Execute this guy. Nice. We're already at the boss. 10-minute run here so far. It feels almost like cheating, to be honest, with having this rogue in here. And honestly, I'm really surprised at the Shammy's damage. He was like 250, I think, right?
Special coming.
Let's just do a little blaze storm on these guys. I can't really help with interrupting them because they're just dying way too quick, and I have the no nameplates again, right? Okay, so here I'm going to take the far one over here, and I'm going to stand in position. Hopefully this guy goes there. Nice. I'm taking a lot of damage from that collapsing star. And now what we want to do here with the thing is just make sure that the line that's coming to us is going to cut through this star. That's basically how this one works. And now hopefully the tank's going to move the boss over to kind of the edge of the room. It's going to make dodging this next mechanic much easier. Or she's going to pop the stars. So this one glowing is the one that's going to pop first. And I'm just going to face my camera to each one that's popping, so I can kind of look where I can position myself in a way which I dodge that one and then look to the next. It's kind of my strat, at least, how I handle it. Okay, I'm going to move out here. It's just wreck time. Okay, I accidentally blade stormed. I was wondering why I fucked up my combo here. There we go. There we go. Gambit done, guys. Gambit done. So hopefully we get a piece of loot, and we can start working on our eye level. Let's see. We got nothing. So, you know, all I did actually get was a bit of renown, which obviously I'll take. Oh, and we got the monk had a neck and the rogue had a neck. So I'm gonna go begging. Yeah. If you don't need. Sure. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll for it. 70. All right, we lost the neck. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Tank enjoyed his. I think he instantly left. But you know, 8k. What was this? Overall 11k from the rogue, 8k from the chamois. I did actually beat the tank in the end. I'll take that. 4.8k in 210 eye level, no legendary. That's not too bad. I do need to go get myself some soul ash though and fix my UI. So I am gonna quickly Hearthstone. That goes to the Great Seal. So I'm still set in BFA land. So I'm going to get myself back to Ouroboros. Thanks. Okay, thank those gamers. Oh, I think I just talked to myself. I was a bit late on that. So I'm going to get myself to Ouroboros, fix up my UI, figure out what's going on there. And then we're going to jump back in with a legendary for Unity for key number 2, which will be a +5 Plaguefall, which is good. I think there's some loot there that we could really use. Alright, so I'm just copying over Plater and updating Plater. I think that might have been the issue. So we'll give it another go in the next dungeon and see how we do. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. I'm just going to re-import my profile as well, just so that it hopefully is fully fixed. Gonna reload my UI and then re-import my profile, and hopefully that'll fix the nameplate issue. All right, guys, so we have sent over a little bit of Soul Ash. I guess this is like semi-cheating, but it's not really, because it's more just saving time, right? Like, I could get this very easily just by spamming Torghast, but none of you guys want to see that, and I don't really want to do that. I've spent enough time in Torghast's expansion, so I'm just going to open up Soul Ash from my main. I don't think it's really, you know, it's really just detracting from the series or detracting from the gameplay. As I said, it's just kind of saving time. But I am going to only craft one legendary for now, because we don't have the pattern for the legendary that I want. So I'm going to jump in the more real quick and make the Unity, and we'll do the next run with just the Unity on. And then over time, hopefully we'll get the Tormented King Signet, which is kind of like the, you know, the double legendary that we want. And we'll go from there as we go up. But right now for these lower keys, I don't think that we really need the double legendary. Although I would like to see kind of like how my damage does, and if I can out DPS people in 210 high level, that would be quite fun. But for now, as I said, we're just gonna run with the single Unity, and I'm gonna put it on the belt to give it like a semi-realistic experience. In terms of, you know, if you don't have the pattern like I do, then you have to get the campaign. I could, again, go and get a 265 legendary and a bunch of renown from doing the campaign in Zereth Mortis, but I find that boring personally, and I don't think that doing that in this series would really add anything to it. So we're going to craft this braces. Oh, sorry, I'm going to do it on braces because it was cheaper. We're going to put it on braces. Both of them give a socket, so if you craft it on a belt, it gives a socket. If you craft it on braces, it gives a socket. So I'm just going to put Unity on here with haste and mastery and do this for 2000 Soul Ash. I set myself enough to make a second legendary when we do get to this, so I can keep with the 210 theme that we have going with the warrior here. And there we go, we have one legendary, which is nice. This one does, if your spirit capacity and duration is increased, and you gain crit strike damage. So it's going to make our AoE burst and I guess our single target burst even stronger during our cooldowns, which is going to be really nice. So back to what I was trying to do at the start of the video, which is my emissaries. I'm actually going to, you know what would be cool? Actually signing up to Raid Finder on, where is it? Stone Legion Generals. Should I do that? Let me see the queue time on this. If it's a long queue, then, well, I guess I can do something else while I'm waiting, but I imagine it's probably like an hour long queue, because I don't think many people will be doing this. If it is too long of a queue, I will probably just opt to go and grab the recipe from my main. But yeah, I'm trying to skip as few steps as possible. So I'm going to go back to Orobus real quick while that determines the queue time, and see if it's changed by the time we get back there. And set my Hearthstone there, because that's going to be useful for, you know, any time we need to Hearthstone in future. I'm also going to go pick up Engineering at level 1, just so that I can use the little portal, the wormhole toy, which is account bound, by the way. So if you have this toy, you can buy it on the auction house for like, I don't know, 10 gold, and you just need Engineering level 1 in Shadowlands, and you can port all around the world. I use that one very often to get to dungeons and things. So that's just a tip from me there. At some point I should probably level up Engineering as well to, I think it's 65, so you can get the combat res. That's also a nice tip. And I'll probably grab Alchemy for the times when I do use a flask as well. Engineering Alchemy is pretty much what I run, so I'm just going to abandon Enchanting real quick. I already have Shadowlands Engineering, that's good. So, Shadowlands Engineering, I should be able to use the wormhole toy. And then, where is the Alchemy, guys? Jewel Crafting, Ink, Alchemy. So, Alchemy, that's Herbalism, Alchemy Trainer. I'm just going to grab Alchemy and Shadowlands Alchemy. And now when I do flask, I should get 2 hours on my flasks. So that's always good too. They're generally the talents I pretty much always run. So let's see if we have a 26-minute queue, but it says 17 out of 18 on DPS. So I'm actually gonna sit this for a few minutes and just see if we get there, because that'll probably save me a lot of time. If you know, it'll be a, I won't enjoy Stone Legion Generals, but maybe it'll be a fun thing to do. I haven't been there in a while, so why not, right? Regarding the UI though, so far I'm kind of enjoying it. Obviously my player experience was not great because of, you know, how my nameplates were bugging out just then. I think it's to do with my add-ons being out of date or something since the patch. WoW Up recently stopped having support from CurseForge, so I do need to change like which add-on app I use to upgrade my add-ons. So I've just been updating them manually for now, and I think screwing with WoW Up today kind of messed that up. So we actually got the pop after only 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes or something. I'll actually take that, and hopefully we can go get the signet, and then maybe I will just craft the double legendary straight off the bat, because, you know, anyone could do that. They can just go get the first legendary on the signet, then do the campaign to get the unity. So maybe it's not cheating, but yeah, we'll go get the recipe now, and maybe I'll make a legendary ring or something. Piece of art that I haven't seen in a while. Something that I used to see quite a lot. But yeah, Sludge Fist, I really enjoy that boss. I think we've got to do one boss before Sludge Fist, but I'm not sure which. Was it Shriekwing, Sludge Fist, Stone Legion? Interesting. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take those. That's fine. Fine by me, to be honest. Let's go. Okay, it looks like the nameplates are still bugged out, so I'm not really sure how to fix that. It's not showing my target, you know. That's quite annoying. I'm going to fix that definitely by the next dungeon. Doesn't matter too much in the raid, but I definitely need to get that fixed before next dungeon. Listen to the Nathria go. Oh, there's a big bat on the ceiling. Oh, that's Shriekwing. There's a big bat on the ceiling, guys. Yeah, that's Shriekwing right there. I don't think I've ever watched this RP before. Quite cool. Quite cool. Okay, I'm just going to pop some CDs here. Let's go. Okay, look at that. Third on DPS. 10k. And here we go with the boss. Okay, now we got no coolies for the boss, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be alright. Where am I on the damage meter? 9th right now. So my boss stem not too bad, not too high, to be honest, without my coolies ready on the pull. Almost one-phased it. Almost. I'm pretty sure people just die if they run into this, right? Pretty sure anyone who runs in will just die in that circle. Yep, he's killing everybody. Everyone's going greedy for it. He's got only 96k health left. Dodging the shriek behind the pillars. Good, good. Man, it's been a while since I've done this boss. And now the boss should be dead. Alright. Alright, maybe I could get loot off this. Renown is actually not bad. I'll take a Renown for sure. Alright, Sludge Fist is next. One of my favorite bosses of the entire expansion, actually. I really like how this boss flows. It's nice. It's got burn phases. It's like a target dummy. It's like patchwork style with burn phases. It feels good. It feels really good. Gonna go straight in with the coolies here.
Watch your step.
We can charge again. Maybe charge lines up with every single time.
Stay away from lines.
Okay, now it's charging at the pillar. I'm gonna save my recklessness here. Don't stand in front. Chargey charge. Leap over. Okay, I should still get my coolies during this. Now we doing another blade storm. Nice, nice. Not bad, not bad. What am I at? 5k? I'll take it. I'll take it. Not bad. 4.7k. 7th on DPS. How do we get another legendary there? What's this? What reckons this expires your crit strike chances increased by 7%. Doesn't seem very good. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the Tormented Kings. Now just one more boss and we've actually got the legendary. This was way better than going to try and RNG it on my main actually. I was expecting it to be like a 2-hour queue for a raid finder in here. Alright, one more boss, Stone Legions, and that's the one. Then we can actually go with double legendaries. This raid was cool. I don't know, are you guys looking forward to season 4 where we replay this raid again? I'm not super hyped, but I will definitely give it a go. I didn't actually progress this one on Mythic past, I think 5 bosses or something, and I actually quit the game temporarily. Or should I say I quit raiding temporarily. Huge damage. 20k. Feels like the nameplates are sometimes working and sometimes not. It's really hard to put my finger on kind of like how to fix this. Yeah, I remember there was a little cheese strat you could do as a ranged DPS here. There's these bats flying overhead. And you could dot them up. These ones over here. You could dot them up and get a bunch of free damage, which was basically pad. Oh, that was a good strat, man. I enjoyed that. I always enjoy a good cheese strat, you know. I've got one I'm helping, guys. Getting maximum cleave. Maximum cleavage. Making sure to well in between every two abilities here. Got a little indicator on the left side of my UI, as you can maybe see.
Watch your step.
I hope my keyboard isn't too loud, by the way. I'll probably put some music over this so that you don't have to listen to me smashing my keyboard. And there we go. Memory of the Tormented Kings. That is the double legendary that we were after. So I can actually just go and make that now, right away. And we will just run with double legendary, I think. So there we go. LFR completed. As you can see, it's not too much of a challenge. I'm going to throw out an elitist perspective here and say that if you're running LFR as your endgame content, then I would highly encourage you to step a little bit out of your comfort zone and try some normal raiding or something like that. Definitely is a bit of a different experience with a couple extra mechanics. It doesn't take too much extra time investment to kind of learn the mechanics. There are guys on YouTube which will kind of guide you through in maybe like 2 to 3 minutes. So 2 to 3 minutes of your time to be able to execute a fight. I think that's worth personally. Obviously it's in the eye of the beholder and whatnot, but we're gonna go make a 210 ring now. So I'm gonna buy this one for 2k, and I've already used yeah, you know, a little bit of my budget. That's what, like I've already used up like 8% of my entire gold allowance that I sent from my main. I'm gonna put a missive in here. Missive. Haste and mastery once again, and I'm also gonna grab 2 haste gems because I got 2 sockets now. So I think the gems are called quick something or other. It should be quite low down here. Any gems? Oh, was that some? That's an epic. Jewel cluster, I think they're called. There you go, quick jewel cluster. So I'm gonna grab 2 of these haste gems. Actually, I'm gonna grab 5 of these haste gems just so that I can socket things over time. And we're gonna go pick this all up and go make our second legendary. Meanwhile, I'm gonna list up my key for a Plaguefall 5. Plaguefall plus 5, and we'll see what we get. See what we get listed up. Again, I'm not going to take anyone super high eye level, even though that would be beneficial to me. But that does kind of show that even, you know, no one can see that I have a score on my main or anything like that. Right now, to everybody, I just appear as a 210 warrior with 68 score and a 3-chested Gambit. So it just shows the amount of people that actually will sign up to these lowish keys. Probably a lot of them are farming Valor or farming Cosmic Flux. For example, we did that Gambit in, you know, 10 minutes flat. Some people are just there for items, like maybe they're just going to get a mythic 0 Solea's trinket or something and upgrade that with Valor because people can do that now. Or maybe they are farming just Valor to do those upgrades on their gear, to upgrade maybe their tier pieces they've converted in the Catalyst to 272. Or maybe they're just doing it for fun, or they're farming Cosmic Flux or something, because 10 minutes is not too much time investment if you can get quite an efficient group going. So it does show the kind of people that do sign up for +2s. So, you know, that's a good way to farm Valor if you want to go that route. I'm just going to grab, you know, whatever I can find, really. I think I'm just going to grab a Warrior Chamois combo here. And they're not too high eye level. Oh, they've gone. I'll just grab the Shadow Priest and the Mage then, because they're way higher eye level than me, right? And I think that I'm even high enough for a 5. Like, I don't think 5s are particularly difficult. I'm going to give the Shadow Priest a little chance, you know. Not many Shadow Priests get invites these days, so hello. I'm going to be nice. Always say hi, by the way, when you join groups, okay? It definitely makes a difference. I generally, like, I sometimes don't want to play with people that don't say hi, because I just think that they're like, I don't know, it just gives me like a bad vibe, you know. Oh my god, I'm almost making Unity here. I almost made another Unity. I need to learn the recipes. Jesus, I almost made another Unity, guys. Okay, now we can go. Craft an item. Ring. Tormented Kings. Mastery haste, and now we create this. So there we go, that will be our double legendaries. As you can see, the sign-ups are a little bit slower to a 5 than they are to a +2, so I assume that was probably what people were doing. They were farming Valor and things like that in the +2. But I believe that we'll get sign-ups. There we go, we got tank 232. Kitiara. Can we play with Kitiara? Probably fine, right? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Let's put the ring on. So I got a haste mastery ring here and a mastery haste ring here. Okay, we're gonna run with this, and I'm gonna chuck a socket in here. Gonna chuck a socket in this one as well, and chuck a socket in the braces. And I'm gonna put an enchant on this ring, and now we're good to go. Double legendary. So what this does, activating Bladestorm, Recklessness, or Avatar, randomly cast one of the other 2 abilities. So basically, if I cast Wreck, I might get a Bladestorm. If I cast a Bladestorm, I might get a Wreck or an Avatar from either of those 2. Doesn't interact with the spear, sadly, but you know, that's fine. And I'm also gonna go and be proactive now because I obviously know that we're going to Plaguefall soon. I'm gonna go Wormhole Teleport over to Moldraxxus so that I can be ready to summon when we do find a healer. Looks like the DK has a similar idea and is getting ready to summon, just so that we can mash through the key and get on to the next one, right? Just speeds up the gearing process and things. And kind of like the end game plan for this, I guess, really, is during all the time that I'm kind of pushing up my key and farming the gear. So I'm just going to be keep running my key, farming my gear, and over time I'm just going to build up this huge amount of Valor and hopefully enough Cosmic Flux to upgrade my tier pieces as we go, right? And then, so, you know, if every dungeon gives me roughly 100-ish, then, you know, in every 10 dungeons I can get a tier piece or so. And same with Valor, I'll get, you know, 200 Valor a dungeon. In 10 dungeons I'll have enough to start upgrading my gear as I get my score up, and you'll just see that our set of gear will just be going up and up and up, and eventually we'll hit like 275, I think, which will be really awesome. And we'll have the Keystone Master, of course. Just because there's no other healers in the queue, I'm going to take a 272 one. Not cheating too much though, because nobody in this group can really trade me gear. Maybe the DK, but the DK was only 230 anyway, so I very much doubt it. Hey guys, I'm at stone. Alright, so maybe... Okay, the DK's here, so we can summon now. Hopefully he helps me click. This guy seems to already have his Keystone Master, so that's a good sign for us. Shows that he probably knows the roots and things. Yo! Which is gonna be really nice for us. I don't actually have invisibility potions on this character, so hopefully we're not doing any like crazy invis skips or anything in a +5. I think that would be a little bit overkill personally. I think generally until we get into like +15s ish, the route is pretty much hold W and just run through the dungeon, right? Let's just plug the key in. I don't think anyone needs a pull timer in this group, so let's just go. Let's run it. +5 Plaguefall. Looks like we are just holding W, which is good. Gonna pop my coolies straight off the bat here. Throw down this. And spin. Gonna pull in this dude here. I'm gonna use a quick rallying cry. Using some defenses, because I think I got some aggro here. I think I did so much damage I pulled aggro. And this is good, because this is... this is nice, actually. I'm actually holding my own in damage now. Just from, you know, getting that extra legendary, actually. Maybe I got a good proc or something. I'm not actually sure how it went down. I think I might have got an avatar proc. I should probably track that, shouldn't I? Make sure we interrupt the creepy crawlies. And yeah, warrior's just going smoke mode. Gonna jump right on top of here. Gonna throw a stun at the blade storming thing there. Throw this down. Throw this down. And spin. Nice. Actually doing damage. I'm going to fear the Stormer here to stop it spinning. So that's what I would call a stop, right? I'm going to make sure I'm using stuns, fears and stuff on these Stormers, because they do spin around and do a big AoE damage to the whole group. So if I can be a team player and stop that one, then I will. Now I can stun this one. And yeah. Helping and doing damage. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. This group feels much more even in terms of the damage. I didn't quite realize how much damage a like 250 rogue and Shami was going to do in the previous key, so but all we can do now is kind of like adapt. I've accidentally pulled a couple extra mobs here. Hopefully he's not mad at me. I think I'm going to pop coolies on the next pack, so I'm not going to use it on, you know, these mobs because they're kind of dying right now. I feel like the nameplates are a little better though. We got bursting as well, so we do need to make sure that we stop or we're going to die from bursting. Now we got 8 stacks. I think we're dead. But the priest is, the druid is okay, so he can res us. I forgot it was bursting week. This is our first time dealing with affixes, it seems. And the tank is already giving a passive aggressive smiley to the priest about master spell. This is feeling more like a pug. I also just realized I haven't done battle shout yet, so let's do a battle shout. Maybe that will buff our damage a little bit. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna throw this down. And what do we get? An avatar proc here again. Let's go then. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All of my cooldowns gone. I guess it's fine, guys. I didn't want them anyway. I did not want them anyway. Okay. This is nice. We're going at a nice slow control pace. This is more like the pug I was kind of expecting compared to last run where we just rolled everything. Again, though, that was only a +2, right? And we, you know, stuff was dying before it could even really get like a couple melee hits off on the tank and things. Alright. I assume we're going boss next. Oh, we're going for this guy.
Shockwave.
Okay. Kind of got big. I think we got a big blade storm off the recklessness proc there from the legendary, which is cool. I think we're going to the other side now.
Shockwave. Dodge.
The rotational warrior does feel kind of cool. Like, I do just feel like I'm mindlessly mashing my keyboards and just swinging my swords into the enemy, which does feel great. Does fulfill the class fantasy of just, you know, fury, being that I am just furiously swinging my weapons. Okay, let's pop all the coolies here. Gonna make sure I charge back after this knock. Oh, I was immune to the knockback somehow. Not even sure what that was. Oh, that wasn't the knock, that's why. That was the knock. I think I could fix my Raging Blow weak aura to kind of glow when I have 2 stacks, because I think if I have 2 stacks I should be using one up, right? So that it can start recharging and things. I'm not going to use the recklessness here. I am going to fear this mob though. Look at that fear. What a gamer. What a gamer. Feared the blob so I didn't go in and heal the boss. 5k boss damage, we're definitely rising up, I'd say. I really need to change that note. Because it's my RT note from the raid, so I'm just going to quickly Put a little, like, I'm just gonna get rid of it all and send it again. There we go. So now it shouldn't be making like moaning noises and stuff every 2 seconds. Which will definitely be probably pleasant on the ears. I don't know, maybe you guys are enjoying it, who knows, but that's some kind of add-on that my add-on or weaker or something that one of my officers sent me. It shows you like in raid when to use your cooldowns, like potions, health stones. You know, for me on my demon hunter it's darkness, things like that. Can I spell reflect? Oh, I did. I spell reflected it. Nice. Okay, we're learning what we can spell reflect as we go. It's kind of cool, rather than just looking up a guide on everything to spell reflect, right? So those little oozes that the big boy drops can be spell reflected. Kind of good to know. So yeah, my officer sent me that weaker, and it has like a moaning noise, but it's definitely very noticeable when it pops up. So I've kept the moaning noise on it. It just shouldn't be popping up in dungeons. It's more of something for raids right here, you know. Gonna hit an interrupt in this real quick. Alright, we're just going linear route, which is good. I think that's probably the best for pugging, yeah. Okay, looks like we got a we got a blade storm into a blade storm. Look at that damage. Insane. 12k. Keeping up here. I think this mage was he 250 or 230? Oh, hello, look. Oh, I can't see. Oh, it's a Draenei mage. Inspect him. 239. Okay, so got a little bit of an advantage on us, but nothing crazy. Gonna use a rallying cry just to save us from diseases plus bursting. Quite a deadly combo there. I think that was a pretty decent rallying cry, if I say so myself. Got a nice interrupt on that guy there. Make sure I move away from people with that. I'm gonna save my coolies for the next pack because we're basically only fighting one mob at a time here. Don't think it's too worthwhile to use them here, since I assume we're going into kind of an AoE pack in just a second. And I've got reduced haste from this debuff. I'm not getting a spell, which is very sad. Very sad. But it will be gone by the time we go to the next pack now. So I'm just going to run in. I'm actually going to pop wreck. I know, I'm going to charge now. Do this. Put down the spear. And storm. And what do we get? We got Avatar proc, I think. Just good. Gonna focus the big guy. I'm not sure if I have aggro because my nameplates are all broken. Usually my nameplates would show me if I have any aggro here. But I can move out of that. I know that much. I know to move out of that. And spell reflect is not ready. There we go. Can spell reflect one. Never mind. It's gone. This guy's my boy's going for the slime claws. He knows the route for sure. Even though I don't think we need all the trash now because we took the trash at the start of the dungeon, right? So a little bit iterating can be done on my weak rows as well here. As I said, I would like my raging blow to kind of glow when I have 2 stacks, so I know it's kind of higher priority than bloodthirst in that case. This bloodthirst I want to be keeping enraged, but if I have to, you know, sit on raging blows, that's not going to be very good because I'm running a talent called cruelty, which means that my raging blow is doing a 20% more damage and having a chance to reset, or a 30% extra chance to reset, which is definitely we're going to jump away from that. It's definitely going to help me inside of enrage, right? It's going to be kind of higher priority than bloodthirst, which does a bit less damage, I believe. I'm just going to pop... Oh, I've accidentally popped Bladestorm instead of wreck here. Just going to wreck anyway. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah. That was bad timing. I was slightly too late on the fear there. If I'd have got the fear off, then I could have, you know, avoided getting gripped there, which was bad. Or I could have done a preemptive stormbolt, actually. I kind of forgot I have that ability on the warrior. But it's okay. We live and we learn, or we die and we learn in that case. Gonna even give myself a little rallying cry here. Okay. Now these plague borers are gonna blow up in a second. I am gonna make sure I have my leap. I do have my leap up, so I can leap away if needed. But I actually can just walk out of this one. Nice. And off we go. Onwards. Gonna go left side here, I believe. And I do have cooldowns ready. So as soon as these mobs kind of get in range and stacked up, I'm going to throw down everything. Blade Storm. Again, I'm dying. I'm always seeming to die. I think it's aggro. I think it's just my nameplate's not showing aggro, but that's a good... It's a bad sign that we're getting aggro, but it's a good thing that we're getting aggro because it means I'm doing damage, right? Like, I'm actually pretty impressed with my damage so far. 210 eye level. And I have like very, very minimal research done onto Fury Warrior so far. I think I spent about 15 minutes on Icy Veins just checking the talents and checking the stat prio and stuff, right? So that's kind of how easy it is, and as I said, I will be releasing videos as we go about like or maybe after the series is over, like all the steps I took, what I learned, and my personal recommendations for kind of... I'm on the wrong slime here. My personal recommendations for, you know, what steps to take from, you know, learning up a new class or whatever. Just gonna use my coolies again. Alright. It's quite fun though. I'm enjoying the warrior so far. Very much enjoying it, considering what have I been going now, about 2 hours-ish? Maybe less. So far my experience has been great. I'd rate it highly. Just good fun. It's kind of like Demon Hunter, just smashy, do damage. In fact, it probably does more damage than Demon Hunter. I'd maybe even go far to say it's like the rotation is a bit more fun so far. Dare I say it? Dare I say it?
Dodge. Avoid.
Can I spell reflect? Nice. Got the spell reflect off. That's good. And it's boss time, baby. Could actually use that red pool over there if we were being really fancy. I don't think we're going that far. Throw down the coolies.
Soon.
Okay, I shouldn't have leaped at the beginning here. Oh, I don't have it for this.
Incoming.
But we do have the charge, that's fine. Make sure we switch onto the bomb now.
Watch your step.
Oh, we got clipped there. That would not have been good on the higher key right there.
Avoid.
Always want to look where the guy's facing, and he'll shoot out an X pattern from kind of in front of him, behind him, and to his left and his right. But we really need more damage on this plague bomb here. Okay, we got it. Is there a slime? There is a slime. Okay, we got to make sure we kill the slime. Once again, I am debuffed with the -% haste.
Watch your step. Soon.
Okay, he's running away. Now we have leap for this one. So we can do this. And I'm going to pop my cooldowns on the bomb here.
AOE incoming.
Making sure I at least do my part, you know.
Watch your step.
There we go. That's my part done. I think we might have to kill this blob here. Looks like it. I don't know if there's other people on the bomb here. I feel like I'm one of the only ones actually attacking the bomb here. Alright, there we go. Nice. Alright, that went pretty smooth. It went pretty smoothly. We are probably on time right now, judging by the timer, for about a +2. Which would give us a +7 key, and then we're kind of rising up already. Again, the point of the series is to get to 2500 score. Basically unaided by other players. You know, I'm obviously helping myself from my other characters a little bit, but I don't feel like I'm skipping any kind of gameplay. Like, I'm only skipping stuff which I would count as trivial, like Torghast, storylines, stuff like that, which I personally don't enjoy, and I don't feel like it's challenging. Like, I would be surprised if people would argue that that's difficult content and that they couldn't solo it or anything like that. This is kind of focused on, you know, killing the content that requires other players. It isn't, you know, it's quite daunting. So things like Mythic Plus, for example. Hopefully we're going to go straight over. And I've got coolies now for this pack. So I'm going to leap right in. I'm going to do a nice bunch of this. Do a rampage and a blade storm. Now I can stun out of this onto the target here. Oh, I have I guess just not having much HP. Oh, I got meleeed by a Venom fan. I guess I ripped aggro there a little bit. I'm just going to release because we released at the previous boss. So I'm going to run back while my team take care of that. The druid could have rezzed me. To be honest, we do have 2 combat reses, almost 3 if you can see in the top left up here. By the way, if you guys have any questions about any add-ons that I'm running, then feel free to just ask me in the comments, and I will help you guys out. Or you can catch me on stream, actually. Hopefully my stream has been like advertised somewhere on the screen as we go through this. If you like to just hang out or anything like that. I'm doing this off stream so I don't get any help again. People can't snipe me from the group finder who are watching stream and things. But yeah, if you do just want to hang out on stream, then feel free to buy. The link will be in the description, of course.
CC.
I'll fear these so they don't jump on anyone. And I think we're going to... Oh, we got a Blade Storm. Okay. I'm going to stun this guy. And then I'm going to do my own Blade Storm here. Inside my spear.
CC.
I don't have a fear now for these little boys. So hopefully someone doesn't get one shot. And my stun's not quite back up for the shield right there. Go back over here. This would be so much easier with working nameplates. Just a Venom Fang left. Which we should never actually get if we hit the interrupts correctly. So I'm going to sit on the defender here and make sure I throw my stun at him when he puts the shield up.
CC.
Do my blade storms. Do my blade storms. And oh, looks like we might need to chuck a fear. I'm not sure if I got the fear there or not.
Interrupt.
The interrupt. It's good. Man, the game is so much harder without nameplates. I'd be very surprised if anyone pushes Mythic Plus without nameplates. That's crazy difficult. I mean, I can see the cast bars at least sometimes. Weird. I'm definitely going to get this fixed after this dungeon. What are we waiting for exactly? Healer's Manor, I guess. Oh yeah, there's no buffs in below 10s, so...
No target has escaped
Gonna save my coolies for when the ads spawn in just a second.
Your demise comes from the shadow.
Alright, once he's stacked up the ads, then I'm gonna pop all my coolies. I think there might be a macro where I can spear as I pop wreck here, so that I can like take advantage of a increased blade storm kind of thing. There we go. Let's do this.
No target has escaped me. My blades will
Did big damage there.
flesh.
This warrior is kind of pumping though. Considering I'm at like a 20 eye level disadvantage, I'll happily take it. I'll happily take it. I'm gonna go quickly interrupt that one. Get that one out for the tank. They're leaping onto it.
A single scratch is all it will take. No target has escaped me.
Okay.
Demise comes from the shadows.
Stack up the ads and I'm gonna pop my coolies again.
My blades will rend your flesh.
Target you.
Target has escaped me.
Nice. I actually didn't use wreck there, stupidly. So I'm just gonna have to kind of throw away wreck on these two mobs down here. Just to keep it kind of lined up with Bladestorm and Spear. Otherwise I'm just gonna have a full waste of it. Oh, okay. I popped it and we got the Bladestorm proc. Okay, that's fine. It'll be semi-lined up by the time that anger management kicks in. I'm running this talent which reduces the cooldown every time I spend Fury. So every time I rampage I get 4 seconds off it basically. I'm almost tempted to throw down my AoEs here, but I think that would not be wise since this guy's going to run away in just a second. If I can keep building and spending, I should be able to get my recklessness back off cooldown. Yeah, in just a couple seconds, so. He's coming over here now. I guess we will just throw down the damage. Got an avatar proc, so that's a little bit extra damage. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I mean, overall damage, it's not looking too shabby though. I'm impressed by this Pug Mage as well. At only 239, doing about 5k. That's, I guess, not too bad. Not too bad. I don't know if he had legendaries or not. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, double legendary. He's done the campaign with the Unity there. Oh, a crafted item. He had a crafted item. I could get a crafted item actually. They're quite cheap on the auction house. I could probably find the cheapest 262 crafted item. I don't think that's cheating, right? Like, it's just a tiny bit of gold. Or shall I leave that one out and go with no crafted? I feel like that's pretty attainable for the average player though, right? Like, they cost about 3 or 2k gold. That's like one emissary. You do one emissary there. Alright, let's see if anyone dies to the Slammy boys here. Gonna go left side, because they are going clockwise. That's clockwise, right? Yeah. We got no nameplates on these mobs again. This is really frustrating me. Honestly, I've kept it quite together. I know I've been commenting on it a lot. I would usually be molding about this, like big time molding about this, so I think I've actually kept it together quite well here. Okay, we're gonna look out a rampage, into a spear, into a rampage, into a blade storm, into a rampage, into an execute, into raging blow, rampage, execute. Go visit this guy quick. I wonder if I can spell reflect. Oh, I did! I spell reflected one of the stacks. It's pretty good. So you can only get 3 stacks on the rain, which probably helps out the healer a decent amount, I'd say. Okay, let's dodge the slimy boys. No one's got hit yet. Oh, the druid got hit. The druid knows he has gears, so he can get hit, right? Now they're going back the other way. Let's run, run, run. Do not stand in the green pool at all. Might have to leap here. Leapt to be safe.
Watch your step.
Oh no! Alright, we made it. We're safe. We made it. Woof! We made it. Okay, not bad. I was one of the deaths or 2 maybe, actually. And we get a helmet. Nice, nice. And more renown. More renown is great because it's just giving us more and more abilities. We can actually fully unlock Pelagos. And I believe we can fully unlock Mechanicos. And I think Mechanicos actually might be the one I'm aiming to do. Yeah. Which is awesome. So let's put the helmet on. 212 now. Not bad, not bad. Anyone else get any loot that they don't need? Let's see. There was a cloth piece, so we can't scavenge anything. Thank you. So thank you, and let's half out. Wait, you can actually use the portal. Nice. That's pretty productive, I'd say. So I'm gonna quickly fly over to the Forge of Bonds, switch to Mechanicos, and put in all my renown and soulbinds and stuff, because I think that's our end game play. I think Mechanicos generally does more damage than Pelagos, and I haven't exactly been picking up the orbs that Pelagos drops either. Wow, Spear of Bastion really does a lot of damage, huh? Kind of cool. So Spear of Bastion, yeah, interesting. This is going to be a fun one to learn, I think. Or it's quite fun so far. I'm looking forward to playing it more. I will fix the nameplates as well. Alright, so to the Forge of Bonds, let's activate Mechanicos. And let's go down here and put in some conduits. I think I want Spear of Bastion, Rampage. Rampage giving me blows. Bloodthirst, Recklessness. Maybe I don't need the increased... Maybe I don't need the Spirit Bastion instant damage. Maybe we just run 2 potencies. I think that might be the play. And then let's put in defensives. Let's see. Victory Rush heals you. Cooldown of Enraged Regeneration reduced. That seems pretty nice. And then maybe deal 8% of damage adds to your active ignore pain. Let's just put on Animosphere and maybe... Yeah, I guess we can run this for Ignore Pain. And Finesse, Intimidating Shout, Piercing Howl, Rallying Cry, Duration, and Health Increase. Yeah, that's definitely the play. Okay, there we go. Maybe I've done it wrong, but that's kind of my intuitive, logical picks. We'll see how those go. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there for this episode, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed. I'm kind of taking you through my thought process and everything like that. So I will maybe iterate upon it in the coming episodes. Hopefully we'll get a formula down and we can kind of work towards that. And hopefully over time the series will just get better and better and better every single episode. I'll have a working UI and nameplates and everything by the next episode, I promise. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed kind of seeing me and my steps that I take. And again, I'll be making a more like polished, shorter side-by-side series, which is less focused on the character and more just focused on the general steps I take. So keep an eye on the channel for that. And yeah, make sure that you, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think of it. Be honest, even if it's negative, be constructive with the criticism and stuff like that. That's all cool. Feel free to hang out in the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/JustRuss, if you'd like. And there is also a Patreon link down in the description if you'd like to check that one out, if you want to support the channel. But until then, guys, until next time, I will see you, in there, and hopefully have a great day. And yeah, as always, peace.